Hi and welcome to today's reading. And today I'm picking up the energy of somebody from the past returning, but it's a very, very heavy energy and it's coming in with a song that has been on repeat and I've not heard this song for years. So there's clearly an energy in the collective of it. I receive messages through music, through downloads, and the song that I was hearing was Glory of Love. Now, the version of it, I'm not sure whether it's been sung by other people, but the version of it was from Bette Midler, and it's from the movie Beaches. And I don't know whether you can hear it, but the rain is really heavy at the moment. It's almost like tears falling. When I was doing the pre-shuffle for this reading, I actually was just sitting in the energy of this message that's wanting to come through, and I was in tears. It's so heavy. So when I did the pre-shuffle, because I've pre-shuffled all of your cards, it makes sense that the card that came out was the Ten of Wands. And the other cards that wanted to show themselves in my song deck was Purple Rain. I never meant to cause you any sorrow. I never meant to cause you any pain. In my Divine Messages deck, I got learning from hard lessons. In that story in Beaches, it was two young girls. If you haven't seen the movie, it is a tearjerker and well worth a watch. Two young girls who meet, form this beautiful bond, this beautiful friendship, and then as they hit adulthood, they actually end up going their separate ways and they lose that friendship that they have. And then one of them gets sick. And then through something unfortunate, they're actually brought back together. And that song, Glory of Love, you've got to give a little, you've got to take a little, got to let your heart break a little. That's the glory of love. And I just want to cry. It's making me really sad. As I was doing the pre-shuffle, I saw the Eight of Cups, but in reverse, which is somebody returning because of Ten of Wands, this heavy burdens, Saturn in Sagittarius, something that's played out in one of the lives of this person that's bringing things back together. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. A bit about me first. It's raining so heavy now. A bit about me first. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. I pick up on energy prior to a reading. I'll then come and use my tarot and oracle decks to further clarify the message. All of my readings are timeless, so whenever you stumble across this reading, you are meant to find it. There is a message in it for you. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Obviously, tarot readings on YouTube are free, but it is an energy exchange. If the reading resonates with you, give it a like. Feel free to leave your comments. All of the decks that I use on my channel are my own designs because I'm also an illustrator. So if you call to purchase any of those, the links to them can be found in the description box. Any of the songs that I list or that I channel through this reading will also be listed in the description box. Have a look at the music video or the lyrics to the song. There might be more messages in that for you. And again, any movies that I mention, also there's potentially messages in those as well. So I'm going to pop this card here, the Ten of Wands, Saturn in Sagittarius. Saturn is your karmic teacher. Something that you had to learn in separation with this person. Maybe the value of a friendship, which is made clear to you because of something that somebody's going through. Now in that movie it was illness, but it could be anything. It could be physical illness, it could be mental illness, it could be some sort of major change that's happening in somebody's life that I want to say has them really burdened, has them on their knees is what I want to say. We are in the beginning of a 20-year Pluto and Aquarius transit. Pluto is revolution. So a major change that's happening in somebody's life, but also revolution, as in a turning of the wheel for this connection. Now, it can be friendship, it can be family, it can be workplace, it can be romantic. Please just take it as it resonates. We'll see what cards come out, but I'm just taking it as a genuine, why did I say that? As a genuine friendship, a soul contract that you have with this individual that ended and that is being reignited. Let's get a message from, this is my Divine Messages Oracle, a message from your guides. Oh, look at that. Obstacles are lessons in disguise. That was the card that wanted to show itself when I was doing the pre-shuffle. Protected. Very special connection this is. And the connections where you have the most to learn are the ones that are protected, because they're the friendships that are your biggest growth. And in that particular film, if you haven't watched it, I'm going to try and say it without giving things away, but one woman goes on to be a lawyer. The other one, Bette Midler's character, goes on to be a singer. And Bette Midler's character actually puts her ego before the friendship, but then has the biggest soul growth in the end. I won't give anything else away. Go watch the movie. And that song, Wind Beneath My Wings, which is a song that I can't even listen to. It's just, if you've watched that movie and you hear that song, you will understand. Obstacles are lessons in disguise. Let's have a look at what angel is walking with you. 62. Wisdom and philosophy. Yeah. The biggest soul growth comes from these sorts of connections. The 5 of Swords, which is Venus in Aquarius. I'm picking up detached, some sort of detachment that's happened. Potentially arguments, fighting, bickering. And then this realization. And I've got, my candle is on, is lit, but I'm just seeing the reflection of it in the glass door in front of where I'm doing a reading. It's almost, whatever this is, whatever the arguments are that have happened here, whatever's caused the detachment, the separation, is a triggering of these two people, you and somebody else, because it's the reflection that I'm seeing, triggering each other's wounds. Wisdom and philosophy. Okay, let's get, what do I want to use? I want to use this one. Let's get an energy for what's happening around this. Actually, is that how I want to do it? What's happening around? Yeah, let's do it this way. What's happening around this connection? I'm actually going to pull an energy between the two of you, and then I'm going to look at you and I'm going to look at them, or vice versa. Pick which side. You may, as I said, you're mirroring, so you may actually find yourself on both sides. The energy between the two of you. Now, this could be past, present, future energy. 4 of Wands. Venus in Aries. Wands is fire, though. Somebody that you have a soul connection, because we've got Venus here. Somebody, Venus is nurturing. Venus is the Empress. Something that you once nurtured. I just heard a house that you burnt down. A home where you used to live, a friendship, a relationship. Some sort of relationship where you used to live and nurture that you burnt down. The 4 of Wands. Let's get some more energy on that. Tell me a bit more about this 4 of Wands. The 6 of Swords that you moved away from. The 6 of Swords is Mercury in Aquarius. Aquarius is the rebel. Don't fence me in. And you moved away from it. burn it down and moved away from it. What else? The Eight of Wands wanted to come out. We've got the Hangman. Now that's Neptune. And Epiphany is one meaning of the card. But if we're talking about, because we've got the Eight of Wands there, which is communication. If we're talking about something that you burnt down, because maybe you weren't communicating, somebody was stuck, the Hangman, in one point of view, one perspective. As I said in that movie, Bette Midler was stuck in her ego. The other lady, Cece, she was stuck in a life that somebody had built for her. Okay, and on the bottom, Justice. A balancing out. That's actually really lovely. Let's get an energy. What do I want to do? Pick a side. And you can change as I pull the cards. Let's see what energy you're in. Page of Swords on the bottom. Now that this information has come to light, because this is what happened. At the end, I'm going to pull what's the future. I want an energy for you. The King of Cups. So the King of Cups is Neptune in Pisces. And we've got Neptune here. And we've got the spiritual lessons that you learn, wisdom and philosophy. Now, the King of Cups holds this massive big cup of love, but he doesn't necessarily give it. And as I said, when I was doing the pre-shuffle for this reading, I was tearing up. You got to give a little, take a little, let your heart break a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love. I'm tearing up again. It's almost regret for all the water under the bridge, for all the things that were left unsaid, for burning the house down, and now that something's happened, all the time that was wasted. Neptune in Pisces. The Emperor on the bottom. Because I was about to say, the time was wasted in your ego. If you resonate with Bette Midler's character, in your ego. The Emperor is Aries and Mars energy. Maybe it was you that burnt the house down. Let's get more on this King of Cups. Yeah, the Knight of Wands. Again, fire. Potentially you the one that burnt the house down, but it's now you that's charging back. Now that you've been made aware of whatever this heavy burden is of this person. And listen, roles can be reversed. You could have found out something and you're charging back to this person to say, hey, your relationship, the connection that we had was important. I want to make amends. Yeah, look at that, Justice. I want to bring it back into balance. I want to make amends. The Four of Pentacles on the bottom, which is the Sun in Capricorn. Now, the Knight of Wands is Mars in Sagittarius, and the Justice card is Libra and Venus, wanting to nurture something that you tore apart. Okay, let's have a look at the other person in this relationship. We've got the Magician on the bottom. Now, interestingly, her character, Cece's character, she was unwell, but I'm pretty sure she didn't let anybody know. She kept it a secret. What energy is this person sitting in? The Empress. Venus, Taurus. Let's get some more. Empress is nurturing energy. Wheel of Fortune. And Ten of Pentacles. Okay, I know where we're going here. So we have the Magician on the bottom. And Two of Cups. So it's a soulmate connection. Platonic, romantic, And in some ways karmic, because you learn lessons. A big protected, because we did have protected, a big protected connection. 2 justices here. And I was talking about Pluto in Aquarius. Pluto is revolution, Wheel of Fortune. This person here, because we have the Magician on the bottom. What's on the bottom of the deck is what's hidden, what you can't see. And I said that CC hid what was going on from everybody. She didn't want anybody to worry until the burdens got so great and she had to ask for help. Which is where that connection, where that relationship, look at this, the rain, where that relationship reconnected. But on the outside, she was the Empress. I mean, and she was dressed to the nines, the hair was perfect, the makeup was done. You would not have known. Wheel of Fortune, she lived in this massive big house. 10 of Pentacles. On the outside, she looked like everything was perfect, but underneath it was the 10 of Wands. It was all an illusion. 2 of Cups on the bottom. Okay, let's get... Actually, I don't want to do that first. I want to do... What outcome? What is the outcome that you're looking for? Let's see what we can get. The Knight of Pentacles. Now that's Saturn in Capricorn. Another one. The 7 of Cups. Which is Venus in Pisces. So very, very spiritual connection. I'll just come out here. And the Moon. The Moon is Pisces and Neptune. And on the bottom, the Queen of Cups, which is intuition, but it's also a big cup of love. You have a big cup of love for this person. Some sort of relationship, some sort of connection that even though it's had its lessons, obstacles are lessons in disguise. The Knight of Pentacles is Saturn in Capricorn, solid, stable, long term. It's a foundation that was built over a long time. The Moon is divine feminine energy, the Empress, something that you've nurtured. The Queen of Cups is intuition, a connection that was maybe intuitively formed on a feeling. And it's often because there's a past life connection there. Somebody that you've known before, and so you just click. The 7 of Cups is Venus in Pisces, a spiritual connection that just clicked, that's lasted lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, that you want to actually reconnect with. The Moon, what's hidden, you actually... I want to say you want to carry some of the burdens of this person who's hiding actually what's going on under the surface. Hangman, Neptune, under the surface. Bringing things back into balance. What does this person want? What outcome are they looking for? The 8 of Swords. Now that is Jupiter in Gemini. 8 of Swords is trapped in their mind, no escape, looking for support, trapped in illusion, the Magician. The heavy burdens of being trapped in the illusion that has had to be created in order, I want to say, to keep up. Maybe this person here, and if I think about CC, I don't think there was a mother in the picture. I think it was just her dad. So she was given all of these things, but she didn't have an emotional connection. Everything was kind of very transactional. So in terms of how she asked for help, she didn't I want to say she didn't emotionally know how to ask for help, whereas Bette Midler's character, no. Bette Midler's character's name was Cece. What was the other lady's name? Cece Bloom. I can't remember what the other lady's name. I'm gonna look it up. Hilary Whitney is her name. So she had suppressed emotion, whereas Bette Midler's character, Cece Bloom, was overly emotive. You might be very different from this person. But as I said, that candle that's reflecting in the glass, you actually mirrored each other's wounds. The Magician. Person trapped in the illusion of the life that they have. And underneath, the Two of Wands. That is Mars in Aries, which is a card of making plans, making changes. What do they want within this reconnection of this relationship? King of Swords, which is Uranus in Libra. They want balance. The Four of Swords, healing after heartbreak, which is Jupiter in Libra. You both want the same thing. And whatever this heavy burden has been is the catalyst to bring you back together. So now let's get, I want to know, because we've got Justice on the bottom, how this is coming back together. Or perhaps I need to ask the advice to bring things back together. The Lovers. The Lovers card used to be called the Choice card. The Lovers card is Gemini. So it's a card of the mind, but it's also Mercury. It's about communication, realizing the value in what you once shared. What else? How can this relationship be brought back together? Ace of Wands. Through something creative. That's a gift from the divine. It's a new beginning. The candle being relit. Now that is Aaron's rod. That image there, that is something, Aaron's rod was the staff that Moses' brother Aaron carried alongside Moses when they parted the Red Sea. It was actually the rod that was used in a lot of the plagues actually too. What I'm getting from this is that the connection that you had, you actually used this rod to destroy it. If you think of a match, fire can burn things down, but it can be relit. They're little almond sprouts, on that rod. That rod was actually put in the Ark of the Covenant. And when the Ark of the Covenant was opened up, it had been in the dark. So imagine this relationship's been in the dark. When they opened it up, it had actually sprouted these little almond buds. It's our regeneration. Not the end. The Empress, a nurturing. The Empress is divine feminine energy. And look at that. The Ten of Wands, which is this card up here. But it comes through communication, healing after heartbreak on the bottom. Jupiter in Libra. What do we have? Jupiter here, the Wheel of Fortune. And in that scenario, Cece was poor. And she wanted everything that Whitney had in wealth. And Whitney wanted the emotional connections. She didn't want the wealth. She wanted the emotional connections that Cece had. And so because they were kind of, both of them really, stuck in their wounds, their inner child wounds, they actually triggered each other, reflected and triggered each other, which is what burnt the house down. But the thing of most value that they had over fame and over wealth and over all these things that they had strived for because of the wounds that they had in their childhood, the the most precious thing that they had, the thing of most value, was their friendship. How interesting. Okay, let's get some advice on this side here. Clearly decide what you want, spying energy. Take these as they resonate. And this side here, trapped. Yeah, that's what was coming out. Healing and transformation. For this side here, maybe you have been watching. And if you've got the Queen of Cups here, intuition, and the Moon here, which is divine feminine energy, which is intuition. Intuitively, you may be picking up on, if this relationship hasn't come back together, that something's happening here. You've got a sense that something's going on here, or vice versa. And again, it's a protected relationship. Because there's some big, beautiful karmic lessons that you're meant to learn within it as part of the evolution of your soul. What angel is walking with this person? 42, Michael. Political affairs and protection for travelers. That's the Emperor. That was what came out on the bottom of the deck when I first pulled the cards. Somebody in their ego. But both in your ego. What about this person? Whoa. Metatron, the celestial scribe. That's the big guy. Metatron is the wheel of fortune. Sometimes the wheel goes up and sometimes the wheel goes down. It's Jupiter energy. It's Pluto. It's transformation. The celestial scribe. Wow. And on the bottom, number 7. 7 is a very spiritual number. A soul contract that you have with this person that's orchestrated by the man upstairs. Patience, learning, and wisdom. That's the 5 of Pentacles. Now, the 5 of Pentacles is Mercury in Taurus. Taurus is about financial worth, but it's also about self-worth and the value you place on the relationships around you and the understanding. So 5 of Pentacles is when you leave somebody out in the cold. The original drawing of that card is the light is on in the church, but there's people outside in the snow. Leaving some sort of connection out in the cold and then recognizing the actual worth of that connection and inviting that person in from out of the snow, because that's the original drawing of that card. 2 people out in the cold in the snow. The lights are on, it's all warm inside the church. Inviting that person, inviting that relationship back in. And my dog's sitting beside me on the couch and he's just heaved a big sigh because he's going to sleep. Inviting somebody back in so that they can sit beside you on the couch in front of this beautiful warm fire so that you can nurture this relationship. Nurture it back to health, I want to say. Okay, let's get a Moon Oracle card. Anything else that we can know about this connection? South Node, time to ditch the old baggage and soar. Okay, so that's leaving the South Node is what you are releasing. But I think in this instance, it is releasing the things that tore you apart in the past. And releasing them because you recognize the value of this relationship. Let's get a Nodes of Destiny card. What are you working on as part of bringing this relationship back together? North Node in the 7th house. Now, North Node is your point of destiny, what you're moving towards. If your North Node decides to swing by the 7th house, toss in a special pizzazz into your relationships. Let your charm shine like a disco ball at every party. So, a bit like CC Bloom, she carried the room. That to me is saying that the spark that you had in the beginning within this relationship, you need to use it in order to communicate a reigniting of this relationship. What about this person? Especially if there are heavy burdens. You know, maybe you're the person that made everybody laugh in the room. And maybe it's that laughter that helps take away some of the burdens of this person. South Node in Gemini. Gemini's communication. South Node in Gemini, you brainiac. With your knack for soaking up knowledge like a sponge, you've been on a cosmic quest for enlightenment. Your soul is like a wise owl perched on a pile of books, always seeking truth and answers. This Gemini vibe is your cozy spot in the spiritual realm where you shed your old ways to make room for new growth. In that story, Cece was actually jealous because Whitney was smart. You brainiac. Might have been one of the things that triggered. She was a bit stiff. Cece was loud and obnoxious, and Whitney was a bit stiff. She kind of had to let loose a little. And if this particular person here, and whether that's you or the other person, if this particular person here is going through things that are burdensome and is hiding their pain, their burdens behind a mask, it's potentially because they can't connect emotionally. Well, laughter is the best medicine. This person needs to break out of their shell. North Node in the second house. If your North Node swings by the second house, get ready to unearth your deepest desires and pump that self-worth to conquer the world. Your secret weapon, finding enchantment in life's tiny marvels. So going back to the basics. And I want to say, going back to the basics, that song that was coming through, that was a song that they sung way back in the beginning of that movie. Finding the inner child within each other. Okay, this is nice. Ooh, that was not... There's a song here. Marry You, Bruno Mars. Reconnecting, we've got the Four of Wands. Now, it can be a platonic relationship, can be a love relationship. It's a beautiful night. We're looking for something fun to do. Hey, baby, I think I want to marry you. In the beginning of that movie, they were just two kids doing crazy stuff. That's how they bonded. Let's have a look. When I Was Your Man, we got some Bruno Mars coming out here. Too young, too dumb to realise that I should have bought you flowers and held your hand. Should have gave you all my hours when I had the chance. Take you to every party, because all you wanted to do was dance. Now my baby's dancing. She's dancing with another man. That's that regret over here. That King of Cups, I said. This regret that all this water's gone under the bridge. Now there's some sort of heavy burdens, traumatic event that's happened, which is the catalyst to bring you back together. Too young, too dumb to realise that I should have bought you flowers. It's regret. She used to be mine. Sarah Bareilles. She's imperfect, but she tries. She is good, but she lies. She's hard on herself. She's broken and won't ask for help. She's messy, but she's kind. She's lonely most of the time. She's all of this mixed up and baked in a beautiful pie. She's gone, but she used to be mine. Okay, let's get... These are love messages, but we can take them in a platonic relationship. If this is a romantic relationship, please take that. Otherwise, it's just messages from your higher self. I couldn't tell you the truth. I want a new beginning with you. How beautiful is this? Serendipity. Serendipity is something out of your control that brings you back together. I was wrong. Take the first step. Healing. These cards are beautiful. And soul awakening. I love you on the bottom. Okay, I'm going to get some Scrabble tiles. your first, middle, last initial, or that of this person, or something else that relates to this connection. It does make a little bit of noise when I shake it, so if you've got hearing sensitivity, just turn your volume down. I'm going to shake it in 3, 2, 1. That wants to come out. A Y. A Y and a 4. A Q and a 10. A 3 and a 1. Now what I'm seeing here is C and a 4, Chi, an I and a 1. Is it your Chi when things are in balance? I just got goosebumps all over my head. Chi. Okay, what have we got? A V and a 4, this little guy up here. A D and a 2, a K and a 5, an O and a 1, an M and a 3. Your method of operation, how you've been operating without this person is about to change. An X and an 8. Okay, finally I'm going to get you 3 final cards. Let's see if we can get anything else, any more advice. Let's come through. Oh, we've actually got 2. Let's take this guy first. 6 of Cups, something from the past is returning. That's the Sun in Scorpio. King of Pentacles, the opportunity. Jupiter in Taurus, the opportunity to rebuild. Jupiter is the Wheel of Fortune, which is Metatron. A new beginning. An expansion of a previous relationship, something that's coming from the past. And the King of Pentacles, which is Jupiter and Taurus. Remember before I said Taurus is worth. Financial worth, but self-worth. The Empress card is Venus and Taurus. What you want to nurture, what is of value to you. The Chariot on the bottom. One more. And the Ten of Wands again. Something that's coming back, because we had the Chariot on the bottom, and we still do. Something that's coming back around that you're meant to nurture and value, because through whatever this burden is, it allows you to understand the worth of this connection. So that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. If this reading resonated with you, please give it a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. That'll give you notifications as to when I post a new reading. I do try and post daily at the moment. I will list those songs in the description box. Have a look at the lyrics or the music videos. Also, that movie might be of interest to you if this reading resonated with you. All the best on this journey, and I will see you again in another reading.